The first thing people noticed about Chizaram was her beauty. Even in old, faded clothes and with dust clinging to her skin, she stood out. Her skin was the rich, deep brown of polished mahogany, glowing even under the harsh sun. Her features were delicate, high cheekbones, full lips, a slender nose, but it was her eyes that truly set her apart. Large and dark, they carried a quiet sadness, the kind that made people look twice, the kind that told a story no one had taken the time to listen to. But behind that beauty was a life of pain, a life she never chose. She was only 5 when her world burned. A fire swept through her home in the dead of night, taking everything: her mother, her father, the only love she had ever known. Left with no one, she was sent to live with her uncle, Obira. She had hoped for comfort, a new beginning, a place where she could belong. Instead, she stepped into a life far worse than she could have imagined. Obiora's wife, Nneka, did not welcome her. From the moment Chizaram arrived, she was treated as a burden. Wake up before the sun rises, Nneka ordered. Fetch water, sweep the compound, wash the clothes, cook the food, and don't you dare eat before my children do. Chizaram did as she was told. She learned quickly that disobedience meant hunger, mistakes meant pain. She bore the insults, the beatings, the long nights on the cold floor. Yet, she never let Nneka break her spirit. Then one day, everything changed. It was market day, and Chizaram had been sent to buy palm oil. She moved quickly through the busy stalls, clutching the small bag of coins Nneka had given her. The smell of roasted plantain and fresh spices filled the air, but she dared not stop. She knew better than to return home late. As she hurried past a fabric store, she bumped into someone. The impact sent her stumbling backward, and the coins spilled from her hand. I'm so sorry, she gasped, dropping to her knees to gather them. A hand reached out, helping her. She looked up and met the warm, curious gaze of a young man. He was dressed in fine but simple clothes, his skin sun kissed from travel. His jaw was strong, his eyes sharp, but there was kindness in the way he looked at her. You don't have to be afraid, he said gently. Are you all right? She only nodded, still clutching the coins tightly. He studied her for a moment before smiling. I'm Tiemeli, and you are? She hesitated. No one ever asked for her name. Chizaram, she whispered. Chizaram, he repeated, like the name meant something special. She didn't know it yet, but this was the beginning of something new, the beginning of a love that would change everything.